to offer dana or something, and then you left, and you forgot your purse, you left your purse, or you left your money. Then the Vinaya books, the monk has to pick up that money or that purse and keep it aside. And then when you come back another day to return it to you. So it's allowed for a monk to touch money, but not to possess, because the Buddha said, if you possess money, then you can use it to enjoy whatever you like. So there is a 10th preceptor. So bhikkhunis also are welcome to stay in our place, whether it's Mahayana or Theravada. In fact, in a few days' time, there's one Mahayana bhikkhuni coming to stay in our place. She decided she wants to practice the Theravada way. She doesn't want to practice the Mahayana way, because after listening to all the Dhamma talks and investigating, she realized the true Dhamma is in Theravada suttas. So, laymen and laywomen, if they come to practice, they can keep 8 precepts. When we come to our monastery, you have to keep 8 precepts. But 8 precepts doesn't mean you cannot eat, you cannot drink past noon. In our monastery, we allow people to take cereal drinks even after noon. And there are many things that are allowed in the Thai tradition. Even cheese is allowed, butter is allowed, various kinds of oils, coconut oil, olive oil, fish oil, etc. All these are allowed. And then dark chocolate, prunes, dates, red dates or black dates or Arab dates, any dates. So you won't get hungry. Because if you try to starve yourself, then you find you cannot practice well. Especially in the morning, because some of us, by 4 a.m. we are already meditating. So you meditate for 2 hours on an empty stomach, then you find you get angin, wind, flatulence. There's some people, they come to a monastery, they're used to practicing in the Burmese tradition, where all these things are not allowed. Then they refuse to take. I ask them to make a drink, a hot drink, they don't want. After a few days, they come and tell me, a lot of wind, a lot of flatulence. I mean, we're advising you from experience. Because that time, 4 to 6 a.m., that's the time normally you want to sleep, isn't it? That's the time you are most sleepy. So the body wants to sleep, and you're fighting to keep awake, so you have to use energy. So, if people can follow our schedule, they can stay, anybody can stay. Have to keep the precepts. And also, it's not too inconvenient. Sometimes you get strange people. They want to come and dump their father in our place. And then we say, no, this is not an old folks' home. And they say, we're not compassionate. Who is not compassionate? Your father you want to throw away, you say we are not compassionate. So, there are some people also, they come after a while, they quarrel with everybody. So that type of person also cannot. So, our dormitory is quite big. We have a big dormitory for 80 women and another dormitory for 70 men. So 150 people can stay at any one time. So our schedule is morning is optional. If you can't get up, never mind. You can get up. You can meditate anytime between 4 to about 6 o'clock. Then after that, have to go and help prepare breakfast, cut the fruits and all that. Because we don't have, we don't employ people. It's different from meditation centers. Meditation centers, they employ people, and then you go and meditate. You have to pay a certain amount, and you can meditate all the time. You don't have to do any work. But our place is basically for monks and nuns, so you have to follow what the monks and nuns do. So our breakfast time is about 6:45 but sometimes it is 6:30 because we have to go to 2 towns. Every day we go for alms round. Pindapata because we want to follow the Buddha's. We are trying to follow original Buddhism So we have to depend on what people give us We don't cook But sometimes there are some lay devotees. They are very devoted Most of my devotees are from Penang because I stayed in Penang about 10 years So sometimes they come and then they buy veggie and some meat and they cook for us So if they cook, we have makan besar Otherwise we eat simple food So every day from Monday to Saturday, and every day we go to different town. Because Perak, people are not used to giving, It's not like Kedah and Perlis and Penang. My grandparents all came from Penang. So my father told me, my grandmother used to put outside her house one small table with boiled Chinese tea and 1 or 2 cups. So wandering monks from Thailand, they walk past, they go on alms round, they see the teapot and the cup, they just pour and drink the tea and then they continue walking. So Penang and Kedah and Perlis people, they are used to seeing monks on Pindapata. When I came back from Thailand, I went to look for a cave to stay in Ipoh. So when I came out to beg for food on alms round, they never seen a monk on alms round. All stared at me like I came out from the zoo. So I walk, nobody gave me anything. So I went to this stall, selling kuih. I went to her, so I stood there, so she didn't know how to give. Then the customer told her, hey, oi kokoi, pay the kokoi. Then she gave me some kokoi. Then I walked to the next store. She saw, she also gave me some kokoi. Then the first store lady came running, want to give me 2 ringgit. I said, we don't accept money. She also surprised, how come monk don't accept money? Then I went to the 3rd store, I got kokoi. Then I went back, had to eat kokoi for the day. Next day I came, same thing. Nobody gave me rice, nobody gave me meat. I had to eat kokoi. 3rd day, I had to eat kokoi. 4th day, I had to eat kokoi. 5th day, 10 days, I had to eat kokoi every day. Then some young people came to see me in the cave. I was staying in a cave. They thought I was a Thai monk. So then they were surprised I was a Chinese monk, I can speak Cantonese. So I told them, we beggar monks, we are not vegetarian. We have to eat whatever is given to us. And on the 11th day, I got nasi lemak. So a monk wants to be vegetarian, tak boleh cari makan. That's why the Buddha had the wisdom to say a monk must not choose the food, anything. So Monday to Saturday, every day, we go a different town. We go in a van. Once we arrive at the town, sometimes we walk, sometimes we stand at the marketplace, sometimes we go to devotee's house. But generally, we stand in a marketplace. They will also give us kokoi and fruits and a lot of bread because they still think that either monks are vegetarians or monks should be vegetarians. So we have to depend on a few devotees who are willing to cook for us. So we go to those devotees' house and they cook for us. Boleh makan. How to eat bread every day. So most of the bread they give us, we have to give away to some poor families. Only on Sunday, there's because most of the towns we have already gone. So on Sunday we don't go on alms round. But in Perak, very few people come to the monastery to give food. Even on a Sunday they don't come. Very few. Because firstly our monastery is not a town monastery. Town monastery can get a lot of food because a lot of people. We are in the Ulus, far away from people. Forest monastery is away from people. So we have a devotee who cooks for us. We give her some money, she cooks for us, and then we have to get somebody to drive to her house, collect the food and come back. So that is our lifestyle there. So either about 7 something we go on alms round. By the time we come back, it's 9 something. The furthest we go is Telok Intan, about 1 hour drive. So we have to start at 7 a.m. So to start at 7 a.m., we have to take breakfast at 6:30. 6:30, and then 7 o'clock we go, reach there 8 o'clock. We pin the bath. By the time we come back, nearly 11 o'clock. So the time, but generally 7 something we go on alms round, we come back 9 something. For 2 hours, if the lay people don't follow us on alms round, they have to do 2 hours of work. Either sweep the floor, or sweep the road, or mop the floor, or clean the windows, etc. But it's not very difficult work. So after doing some work, so you finish at 9:30, you take a bit of rest. Then 11 o'clock is lunch. It's not as good food as in the town, but can survive. Because some of these people who cook for us, they still cook vegetarian food. And then after lunch, help to clean the plates and mop the floor. And then after about 12:15, you're free until about 4 o'clock. Some people hardworking, they'll go and meditate. Some people will sleep. Some people will listen to the Dhamma talks. But from 12 to 1, every day, people can talk to me. Can either discuss Dhamma or ask questions or whatever. 12 to 1. So at 4 o'clock we have chanting. Everybody comes together. Wow, chanting is very short now, about 20 minutes only. Pali chanting. Then after that, we go and feed the dogs. We have 9 dogs because our place is a forest monastery. Wild creatures come in. Over the years, I've heard the sound of the tiger 3 times. And then about 8 years ago, Black Panther came into our monastery. And even now, every night we have wild boar coming in. Wild boar. So that's why we have so many dogs. Also, we try to get big dogs. Because got drug addicts around also. They also come in. That's why we had to build on 2 sides. We had to build a wall 10 feet high. So 5 o'clock until 6:30 we meditate. So compulsory meditation is 1 time 5 to 6:30, and then 6:30 to 7:30 we listen to Dhamma. So after that can take a rest. So generally that's how monastery is run. So it is not too heavy, the schedule. Not too heavy. Any questions? You can ask about anything. Can you speak louder?
Thought feel that we should chant in English something that we understand. What is your view?
Firstly, the Buddha said, there's no point in chanting if you don't understand. So, when monasteries we chant in Pali because it's a tradition. It's one of those traditions that we feel is worth prolonging. So, but in Mahayana, they chant in Chinese. So actually, if you are not in a monastery, at home, if you want to chant in English, can. You can chant in whatever language that you understand. So if you come to the monastery and you chant in Pali, you should look up the English translation, what it means. So if you look up, then you will know. Once you know, once is enough. Then each time you chant, at least most of the chants you know the meaning. You don't have to know every word. Any other thing?
Regarding leftover foods.
Regarding what?
Leftover foods.
Yeah.
For monks, are they allowed to eat leftover foods? And also,
Allowed to what?
are they allowed to eat leftover foods?
What kind of leftover food?
So, for example, if let's say they give you a lot of time or they cook a particular day for celebrations. So, like people doing Dhamma and food in this foods that they can't finish, will they throw it away or will they keep it for next day?
Depends If it's fruits, fruits is uncut, they can keep it But the monk himself is not supposed to keep it So the lay people will keep it in the fridge or in the kitchen But the cooked food we don't keep So like in our monastery we have some cooked food we will bring it. We get some lay people to bring it to some poor homes and give them.
So what's your view? The second question is what's your view of lay people that have leftover food? Do you think it is advisable to throw away the food or to give it to other people? Which one is sort of effective practice?
You should not waste food You should not waste food. So you should give to whoever wants Some people they take our leftover food they give it to their dogs, they give it to the animals, the chickens and all that they rear But one thing it is not good for a Buddhist to give to monks if they already prayed, say offer the food either to Cheng Ming they offer to departed relatives or even they offer to Thi Gong to the devas also is not advisable to give to monks Why? Because ordinary people they think that devas are higher than monks. But actually, monks are higher than devas. Because monks, the Sangha is one of the triple gem. So even devas, they come and pay respect to the monks. There is a sutta, I think it's a Kutta Danta Sutta in the Digha Nikaya, where a person asks the Buddha about making offerings to heaven. some of them they will slaughter animals and offer to heaven. But they want to get married, they want to get blessings. So they asked the Buddha how to do so that he can get a lot of blessings. So the Buddha said, by not causing harm to any of these animals, the best thing is to offer, for example, milk, butter, ghee, honey, molasses, or this type of food to heaven. Then later he asked the Buddha, he said, is there any other offering that is more meritorious than offering to heaven? The Buddha said yes. The Buddha said, if you offer regularly to ascetics, monks who go on alms round, that is more meritorious than offering to heaven. Because the Sangha is a bigger field of merit than devas. So a lot of people don't know. They think, especially like after Chinese New Year, Pai Ti Gong, then they come and offer to the monks.